What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today, as you can see, I got the Vette in the garage. It's been a while since I've done an oil change. It's actually, I don't know, about, I'd say 3,000 miles or so. I think I did it when it was like 7,000 miles. It has about 80,500 some miles or whatever. It's been a little over 3,000 miles. I like to do it, yeah, every 2 to 5,000 or 2,500 to 5,000 miles. You know what I mean? Or at least whenever that sensor, or you know how vehicles lets you know how the oil life, whenever it gets about 50%, that's when I'll change the oil. All right, so yeah, guys, that's everything I'm working with. 6 quarts of oil, the cab in filter, the air filter, and the oil filter. So yeah, that's gonna be everything for it. Should probably take 15 minutes or so. It's not too long. I usually take my time with it. I try to get everything right. Don't rush it. It's a real easy thing that, although it's really easy to do, there's a lot of areas where you could easily mess up on it. You definitely don't want to mess up on anything. You know what I mean? But without further ado, let's get this done. I usually like having a mat down here that I can lay on, so because I don't want to mess up all these good clothes or whatever. Even though I probably should have worn some old clothes, or went to Walmart and get me some like Dickies or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, all you really gotta do, find the oil drain plug, which is relatively easy, and then just pop it open and kind of like loosen up. You want to loosen up the oil filter, and then you also want to let the loosen up the drain plug. And then let all that oil out. And this is gonna be a little interesting. And once you got that loosened, it takes a little bit of force. Shouldn't take too much force. You don't really need a breaker bar, but if it does help, go ahead and use it. But I never really used a breaker bar. You definitely don't want to strip the plug though. I think and give advice, hold on to that plug though. If you're using a pan, don't let that plug fall into the oil, because oil is probably going to be hot. Especially if since I just drove it in here, the oil's gonna be hot, and preferably you want to let the oil cool, let the car sit for a little while, and then do the oil change. And that's the oil drain plug. Yep, I didn't lose it this time. Once it's dripping like that, usually that's when I'll get that oil filter up. Okay, I don't make a mess. I didn't think about this, but grab another oil pan, put it underneath, just so I don't overfill that oil pan. Is putting it back onto the what's it called? That's the oil pan I'm going to use to fill up the what's called the used oil, or the, yeah, it's good enough. All right, so while that's being done, yeah, I probably should have worked gloves, just because I don't want to be touching my camera with a whole bunch of oily hands. So usually try to be real careful with this, not to get everything. And I kind of messed up. There we go. Get that full. Kind of like went overboard. Rub this gasket with oil. And put this filter back on, which is actually real easy. And same with the oil drain plug. I usually just, probably should have got this one first, honestly. But since I don't have to like squeeze the bottle and try to fill it with oil. And I usually like filling it with new oil or whatever, so I hate doing it with old oil. All right, now that I drained all the oil, tighten both filter up and oil drain plugs. You know, just put my funnel there and kind of hold it. This is kind of like the hard part, because everything likes to spill and go all over the place. So yeah, try not to get oil on any parts right here, especially any metal parts. If you end up getting metal on or getting oil on metal parts, it's not really gonna harm it. It's just it's gonna burn the oil, and it's gonna end up stinking. You're probably gonna freak out the first time it's happened to you. You're gonna be like, oh, something's going on. I smell a burning sound. You've just recently changed your oil and you spilled oil. It should be fine. I wouldn't really worry about it later until maybe a couple, I don't know, maybe 50, 100 miles or whatever of drive time or whatever. Just to be able to burn that oil off. I usually start with a small one. Just because it's easier, and at least I'll get some oil in it. Yeah, at least with the Charger, with the Corvette, it's a lot easier to pour. You just pour it through the funnel. It's a lot easier. With the Charger, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, if you don't know how much oil your vehicle takes, go to your manual or whatever, or kind of do it old-fashioned. You definitely want to use your dipstick, since I know I've done it many times. I know it takes 6 quarts. I'm not really gonna check my dipstick until after. And right now, since I'm not on a flat surface, it's not really worth using that dipstick either. So now comes the fun part. Just want an easy flow so you don't spill all over the place. The Corvette, I don't think I've spilled oil with the Corvette. I'd have with the Charger, just because the funnels don't really fit that well. Go, 6 quarts. Now for the cab filter. Since I'm already here and I kind of don't want to move the camera, all you gotta do is, like I showed you, those clips, and kind of pull those up, and then pull this panel down, and pull that filter out, which I haven't changed in a while, but that's nasty. Let's see if you can zoom into that. Probably not, but yeah, that's nasty. I don't even know the last time I changed the air filter or the cabin air filter, but yeah, that there is nasty as hell. This probably should clean my hands or whatever. This is what we're replacing it with. Much better design. It's actually not that paper filter, so I'm able to reuse it, wash it, reuse it, and all that. Same with the other the air filter. I'm probably gonna do like this, okay? And then right side of the logo, it's right side of it facing the driver's side. So I think that's the way to do it. Or you could do it like that. That's not really right side up. Oh well. And get your ass in there. It's a nice fit. I hope I got it right. Chances are I probably messed some up. Alright. That's what you get on the inside. It's pretty much your whole air filter. And after that, you just disassemble that. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. I think you just pull this out. Oh no, you gotta really. You gotta unscrew all these. Yep. Looks that way. Yeah, some garbage right there. I gotta. Oh, and I think I tore some up right here. Oh well. Yeah, I tore some rubber seal up right here. Yeah. Oh well, if I get a cold air intake, I won't have to worry about it later. So, yeah, I'm just gonna unscrew these real quick and be back. Yep. I didn't really have to take all these apart. Just had to loosen all these. Oh well, that's my bad. Once you get that loosened down, that's the air filter. Yeah, gonna have to go and change that. Get that, actually, get the new one out first. And probably learn with the K1 air filters, they have this weird sticky stuff already in it. So yeah, I wouldn't really be too worried about it. Now, I think it goes in like that. Actually, not like that. I think you just put it in like so. I don't know what the brackets are for. Never installed this on the Corvette, and I didn't think I'd actually need to read the instructions until they throw something like this at me. See these U's right here on each side? That's where the brackets are going to go, and it's kind of an easy indication. It's going to go in like that. So yeah, and just like before, the K1 inside's gonna be right setup and stuff like that. And just weird. It fits and all that. It's like a little weird, but oh, well, it's not something I'm gonna really concern myself about. Just put that back in. Brackets in, and I don't think I use this part now. Oh yeah, no, I don't use that part. Ooh. That ain't gonna fit, is it? No, and I broke this. That's funny. Yeah, that's not gonna fit, so that bracket just replaces it. Cool. Something else I gotta worry about. Yeah, I don't need that bracket now. Huh. Save some weight, I guess. And then this K1 is gonna be like that. And yeah, that's the right way. I kind of have to put this thing facing down since what's it called? The air intake's facing downwards, so it's kind of common sense a little bit. I hope. Yeah. Working on cars, I don't know. I always assume, oh, things, you know, it's common sense and all that, but apparently not. Apparently, if you don't, a lot of times you think you have common sense, but a lot of times you probably don't, especially if you're starting off. Caught me off guard a lot of times, like, oh, I thought I had common sense. I'm like, yeah, no. A lot of times I'm like, hopefully it's right, even though it's probably not. Maybe. Well, actually, I don't think you can mess something like that. It's so simple, like putting up a new air filter up. But you know, knowing me, I've messed up some real simple stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, at the end, that's pretty much what it's gonna look like. Hopefully you can see that. God damn it. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah, I put it in right. All right. Thought I was gonna have problems just about now. The only thing I hate sometimes, I don't have enough room in here. It's probably one of the things I hate at working on cars. So yeah. I always complain about not having enough room and stuff like that. And I think I push this back in a little bit. And that's in. I think I got that. I'm gonna actually just put this mass flow air sensor in first. Goddamn, wrong tool. Probably have a whole bunch of horsepower after this. I don't know. With the K1 sticker, that's like 5 to 10 horsepower. So I don't know. Imagine that you actually put stickers on your vehicle. I've never put any stickers on my vehicles. That's a fact. What you want to do is kind of start it, but not actually start it. What's it called? Not accessories mode. You're gonna hit the accessories mode until it'll start, and then all you gotta do is just go to your. I need hella fuel. Where is it? It's on your trip, on your side. You're gonna. All life remaining. Damn, 42? I thought I had more than that. So, and then you're just gonna hit your reset. There we go. Now it's 100%. And you don't have to worry about that. And then after that, I'll just turn it off. That's pretty much it. Damn, I hella made them. Actually, no, that mess was from today. All that was from my charger. That was from my charger, especially when, what's it called? I hella spilled. Actually, no, I put the wrong, so I ended up having to change the oil filter housing. I'll show you guys real quick. This aluminum one is the one I bought from Dorman at Napa, thinking it's gonna be the right one. It actually does not fit my vehicle, so it doesn't fit my charger, so I ended up spilling oil once I started it. And then this was the old bad part. So I swapped this, and then I had to go to Dodge to get me a new part because this part doesn't fit it. So I just got the actual genuine OEM part, and then I just replaced it. And then after like I don't even know how many days of work, I thought this was going to be the solution, but they do not make. Dorman does not make a part for my exact vehicle, which sucks because this thing was a pain in the ass to actually get. So yeah, you can see where all the oil ended up dripping, and honestly, I'm just gonna drop some floor dry. Honestly, that's all I'm gonna do, and then just let that sit, soak for a little while, and then pick that up. What's it called later. All right, guys, that's how I'm gonna have for you guys today. So we ended up changing the oil on the Corvette, ended up changing the oil filter, added some K&N air filters for the cabin and the air filter on the air intake on the Corvette. Eventually, I'm gonna get hopefully a Corsa cold air intake or a K&N cold air intake for both of my vehicles eventually, just because I want to make a little bit more power, even though the Charger technically already has some performance mods into it. Has the catback exhaust. The Charger isn't. I mean, the Corvette isn't having any love just because parts are a little bit too expensive for me, and I really don't want to be spending all that money. I ended up finding some deals on the Charger, so that's why I ended up doing it. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, I'll see you then.